Welcome back, focused learners. Today, we're unpacking something absolutely timely. We're looking at a brand new frontier in IT, mastering AI administration. Specifically, we're diving into the AB900 certification for Microsoft 365 Copilot and Agent Administration. Let's figure out what it actually takes to get on the cutting edge of modern IT with this explainer.
Okay, let's dive into this. Because right now, artificial intelligence is fundamentally changing how organizations operate. I mean, everyone is rushing to deploy AI capabilities, right? But here is the major industry problem, and it's kind of surprising. While companies sprint to use AI, very few are focusing on how to govern or secure it. Left ungoverned, AI can be complete chaos. This explainer is all about how you can become the person who solves that exact problem.
To get there, we have a clear roadmap for today. 1. The AI administration era. 2. Unpacking the AB900 exam. 3. Is this certification for you? 4. Mastering the core domains. And 5. Strategies for exam success.
Let's start with Section 1, the AI administration era, governing the new frontier. So to address this massive shift in how organizations are managing their data today, Microsoft introduced this specific certification. Earning the AB900 credential literally proves to the industry that you've got the foundational knowledge required to support, secure, and govern an AI-enabled Microsoft 365 environment. It's not just about knowing what Copilot can do. It's about understanding the rigorous governance, security, and compliance controls that actually enable a responsible deployment. This credential shows you know exactly how to keep organizational data safe while still leveraging the massive productivity boosts of AI. It's a real game changer.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 2, unpacking the AB900 exam, the logistics.
All right, here are the fast facts for the exam itself. The code is AB900. It's a fundamentals-level certification, and it targets the administrator role. When you sit down for the test, you're going to have 45 minutes to complete it, and you'll be aiming for a passing score of 700 out of 1,000. Now here is a really fantastic detail. There are absolutely no formal prerequisites required to take this exam. No way, right? It's highly accessible. However, based on the source material, Microsoft does highly recommend that you have some familiarity with M365 services, security, identity, governance, and AI productivity tools before jumping in.
So where do you fit in? Let's find out in Section 3. Is this certification for you? Identifying the target audience. Microsoft specifically points out a few key groups who will benefit tremendously from this credential. First up, Microsoft 365 and IT administrators. If you're already managing workloads like Exchange Online, SharePoint, Teams, Entra, or Purview, well, this is a very natural next step to prep your environment for AI. Next, security and compliance professionals. You absolutely need to know how data protection impacts Copilot experiences. It's also perfect for business and technology consultants who are out there helping organizations adopt AI responsibly. And lastly, students and career changers. If you're looking for a foundational entry point before pursuing advanced AI credentials, this is exactly where you start.
So the crucial point is that pursuing the AB900 transforms you into an indispensable asset. Organizations are inevitably accelerating their adoption of these AI-powered agents, right? And as they do, the need for professionals who actually understand AI governance is skyrocketing. Getting this certification builds structured AI administration knowledge. It establishes a rock-solid technical foundation, it validates your skills against Microsoft's official guidance, and most importantly, it prepares you for future AI roles. As AI becomes embedded in literally every Microsoft product, understanding this administration side is going to be incredibly valuable for your career.
Moving right along to Section 4, mastering the core domains, what you need to know.
And this brilliantly illustrates the exam domains. Identifying core features and objects makes up 30 to 35% of the test. But the biggest focus, taking up 35 to 40%, is data protection and governance. Finally, performing basic administrative tasks for Copilot and agents rounds out the whole shebang at 25 to 30%. Let's break down exactly what is inside each of these crucial domains, shall we?
Starting with that first 30 to 35% slice, you absolutely must understand the foundational Microsoft 365 core services. We're talking Teams, SharePoint, and Exchange Online. You also need to know the fundamentals of users, groups, and licensing. Plus, you've got to master identity and access management, so Entra ID, authentication methods, multi-factor authentication, conditional access, and single sign-on.
Why? Well, because Copilot respects existing user permissions. Think of it like a building's keycard system, right? If your identity and access management is flawed, your AI deployment will be too.
Now let's slow down for just a second, because this is the most heavily weighted section of the exam, the 35 to 40% domain covering data protection and governance. Mastering these compliance and governance controls is what ensures that your organization's AI experiences remain completely secure and compliant. You're going to need to be thoroughly comfortable with Microsoft Purview capabilities. You must understand data loss prevention, or DLP. You'll need to know exactly how sensitivity labels and information protection work to classify and guard data, and you really must understand auditing concepts and compliance management. Basically, this is the protective shield around your AI.
Then we have the final 25 to 30% domain, and this one is all about practical, hands-on administration. It covers Microsoft 365 Copilot fundamentals and deployment concepts. You'll need to know how to execute agent administration, handle the day-to-day monitoring and governance, and utilize the specific administrative controls and licensing principles required for Copilot. This is the part where you prove you can actually manage the AI tools once those foundational security and identity guardrails are properly in place.
Which brings us to our final section. Section 5, Strategies for Exam Success, Your Action Plan.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it translates those exam domains into a highly actionable study plan. We can break it into 4 clear steps. Step 1, get comfortable with those core M365 services and master identity fundamentals in Microsoft Entra. Step 2, because of the heavy exam weighting, you'll want to dedicate a huge chunk of your study time to thoroughly learning governance, compliance, and Microsoft Purview. Step 3, master the specific Copilot deployment requirements, licensing, and data access principles. And Step 4, Microsoft provides an official practice assessment. Use it. For sure, it is the absolute best way to identify any knowledge gaps and evaluate your readiness before you sit for the real 45-minute exam.
So we've covered the capabilities, the governance controls, the exam logistics, and the specific technical domains you need to master, which leaves us with one final vital question based on our source material today. The AI era is here, and it is fundamentally changing how organizations operate. The question is, are you certified to lead it? I really encourage you to take immediate action, start studying those core domains, and secure your place in the future of AI administration. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, happy studying.